in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching him as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the touchdown Sooners. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They'll go to the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Be brought down.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Dead center perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defender. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from this.
Looking for a man, it's Buck. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Firing to the right, complete. Running free. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. The penalty. Wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Terrapins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Buck. Gets it out quickly.
What's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. On the ground, it's Russ. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover. Has given this offense a great shot. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly complete. It's a running one. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Buck. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Okay, break. Here we go. This guy can throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man quickly. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, to give, looking for room. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
Flips it out to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Zings it complete to the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Buck. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Got it behind the line. It's Gilliam. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly...
Touchdown, Terrapins! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week. And
breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fires to the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw again. He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency.
Headed to the end zone. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Buck. Got his man on the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the tailback. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
Well, this is a guy at running back who can make plays taking handoffs and also catching the ball. They're trying to get him involved there on the swing pass, but the defense able to make the stop.
Hunt is on its way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Terrapins are on the move. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Creates a little room. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Right back to him on the ground. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, fires downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Russ. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The quick out. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here we go. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here we go. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. Running back searching for a hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Here's a heat. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Buck. Slings it downfield. It's complete. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The play action fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, an excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The official says no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a gap. It's Tyler. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback takes a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are